Hey there! This video is going to go into using Studio and some automated actions in Odoo 18 for the end purpose of when we have a project that has stages, say new, in progress, done. And we're going to use automated actions so that when all the tasks within that project are completed and moved to, and we're going to be using a done stage, when they're in that completed stage, the project itself will automatically move into done. So just an overview of where we are on Odoo's main dashboard. We've got our bug icon because I'm hanging out in our developer or debug mode. And I'm also with Odoo Studio downloaded already. So already I've got an empty sale order and I've got some products that I created. First one is our customer project, and it's a service. When we create an order, it's going to create a project, and it's going to create it based on this project template that I created and cleverly named project template. After that, I've got some other services. Our first one is frame rehaul. On this one, it creates a task, and it's for the project to find the quotation. In this case, it's going to be that customer project. The same thing with this lining replacement. It's another task, and so is our repaint. So now that we've got our setup, let's get started on how we can go about this. So we'll go back to that quotation, and so again, it's a blank quotation, nothing done. So first of all, let's add that customer project. That's going to create the task when we confirm this. After that, let's add our repaint, our lining replacement, and our frame rehaul. So we've got a project and 3 tasks as soon as we hit confirm. And so if we go into our project, perfect. We have it set up. I've set up our projects with stages to do, in progress, and done. And then take a look at our tasks. Again, they are hanging out here, new, in progress, and done. So all these are inside of new, and let's get started on what we need. First up, we're going to go back out of here, make sure that we just go through projects so we get our full studio suite of tools, and we can go ahead and add in our custom field that we will need. So I'm going to name it check task, and it's going to be a checkbox field. So let's do check tasks. Perfect. So now let's back out of here. We have our field that we're going to need. And let's go into our actual project. Okay, got our tasks. Take a look through here. Check tasks. All right, so let's get started with this. The first one that we're going to do, go into Studio and we'll set up our automated actions from here. Click on automations right here and we'll click new. So the first one we've done, it's actually on model, but we want to change this to our task. There it is. So we'll just name this our task automated action. Trigger, we want to set this on save. So before the update, we're going to say that all of our stages, when not in done, now we've got the selection field, so not in done. Confirm that. And we want to apply this when our stage is in done. So what we've done there is now, if any time our task is not in the stage of done and then it becomes in done, we're going to be creating this action. In this case, it's going to be updating our project. So project, we're going to click this arrow to go into it, and then we're going to go to check tasks. This is that custom field that we just made. And we want to update this to yes. Give that a quick save. After that, let's check out the next one that we have to do. Now we'll create that new one. It's already defaulted back to project, but double check that's on project because this is going to be our first project-based automated action. So we'll name it Project AA1. Again, this one's going to be on save. And now we're going to do before this. So again, that before domain is when check tasks is not set. So that's not true. Right now we see that's going to be all of them. And we want to match it when all of our tasks are task stage is not. Let that load in done. Confirm that real quick. And I also want a trigger field just in case for it to be on check task, which is actually on the project. And the action that I want here, so what we've done is before our check task is not set, we want to apply that then when it is, our task stage is not in done. So right now we've got one of them not in done. Perfect. So I'll add this action and I want to update check tasks to false. So what this is doing is making sure that our other tasks are not, hanging out in new or in progress. We don't want to make sure it's only done, and this will reset that so we're going to be able to continue on. Okay, so we've got that one set up. We'll do our second one. So this is our project AA2. And again, we're going to check on check tasks is not set. And we want to go to match all the following rules. So we'll do tasks again, stage. We're going to do is not in, new, and in progress. I forgot to hit on save, so we'll have to do those real quick again. So just as a refresher, that was checks is not set, and afterwards we've got our task stage is not in, new, or in progress. So again, 0 records. We'll add check tasks again here, and then we'll do an action to update our stage to done. All right, and so now we have our rules set up so that when we switch all of our tasks into done, it'll update our project stage to done. However, let's say we want one more control here for if we move our task. One of the tasks, let's say we accidentally moved it to done. It's actually not. We just want to make it so we update that out of done. It'll update the task, or sorry, the main project, just so we don't get lost. So we'll do our reverse task AA. This is going to be on task, so make sure we update that. Make sure we hit on save so we don't have to redo our domains like we just did. So we'll edit our domain. We'll go to project and we'll go to stage is in done. So this is finding out when we have that stage that isn't done. Try that project that is in the stage of done. We're going to be identifying those, and then we want to apply it on when stage. Keep in mind, now this is the task stage and lower the product stage. And when this is not in done, we'll do that. So again, project stage for the before domain, task stage for the apply on domain. And now we're going to check two automated actions here. So the first one, we're going to update the project stage to done. Save and close that. Or sorry, we want this to in progress, to do, it doesn't matter. Let's do in progress. Next up, we'll add one more action. And again, we're going to update project, and this is going to be check tasks to false, because since when all of our tasks are done, it's not going to be going back to false from our other automated action. We need to set it to, so we'll be able to keep on these recurring items of check task to no. If it's not and done, fine. Right here, we're not resetting it to check once it's done. So we could combine them, but I just want to leave them separate so we can see each one that's happening. So let's close this out and see how we did. Okay, so we'll go into our project. Perfect, it's in to do, check task is blank. Let's move some of these around. That one goes there. Move that one to done. This one in progress, fine. We should have no updates here. Check tasks, still blank. Move that to done. Check tasks, still blank. Let's go repaint, done. Now, like I said, that check tasks is going to be still selected because we never set to reset it. And our project itself is moved to done. Let's see how that reverse went. Move that to in progress. Perfect. Check tasks is blank again. And our project is in progress. So everything works. Again, if we go into Studio, we can just look at those automations one more time. Remember, we did 4 of them. We did 2 of them in task. The first one being to update that custom Studio field of check tasks. After that, our first one on projects was if all the tasks are not done, we want to update that check task to false. And the last one is if the tasks are not in new or in progress, we're going to update our stage to done. Keep in mind here that all of these stages for our tasks can become bigger, they can grow more because we can add new stages. Other project templates can have other stages. So in this case, we see new and in progress. They're listed here in brackets because we're going to use more than one. This is the ID for them. If we were to add, say, another project template with brand new stages, those could be, say, ID numbers 4, 5, and so on. So this 1 and 2 is only for new and in progress. So make sure you're double checking that as you're going through. One way you can do this is go to our configuration, task stages. And so again, our project templates, all these stages are the same. We see what projects these stages are used in. So if we go into this new, click on our metadata, number 1, ID number 1, just like we had. If we go into this new, it's going to be the exact same 1, just like before. In progress, that's going to be 2. So make sure you're double checking those and making sure you've got the right ID, otherwise it might not be working. But that will take care of it. Just keep an eye on those details and this should work. Thank you.